Hello YouTube, welcome to another tutorial from the Greylog. Today I'm going to be creating a website that I'm going to use myself. I'm going to keep it very simple and simplistic looking. It's just going to have a page title as in Greylog, and I'm going to make some type of divide on there using very simple colours and techniques in Photoshop. And I'm going to put underneath that, I'm just going to have a normal hyperlink. So I'm going to style these a little bit using CSS. I'm going to create the site using Dreamweaver and use some of the image techniques for Photoshop. I'm going to start by creating a new blank template, and I'm going to make this template HTML based. Once the page is open, I'm going to go over to the file manager on the right hand side here. I'm going to click the manage sites link. If you don't see the manage sites link there, you can either click the drop down box and it will be at the bottom there somewhere. In the manage sites dialog box, I'm going to click new. I'm going to give the site a name, Greylog. This the site name here is only for your reference, so don't worry, you can call it what you want. This will be displayed in the drop down box to select your site. I'm going to choose a new location for the website files. I'm going to navigate into my external hard drive, Adobe Dreamweaver websites, and I'm going to create a new folder. I'm going to call this Greylog. Return. Oops. Didn't realise I had another Greylog folder in here. Let me just see what's in here. Right, okay. I'll create a folder and we're going to go Greylog01. This doesn't have any bearing on your files. It's only the local storage address, so where your website will be created. I'm going to select the Greylog01 and I'm going to click save, and your site cache will be created in the location that we selected. Now I'm going to click done. Firstly, I'm going to change my view to split view. You'll see the and a design area here. You can see when I click on the design area. I'm going to start by showing you how to insert a shortcut or create a shortcut key. I'm going to go to edit, keyboard shortcuts, and then I'm going to wait for this to load, and you'll see up here we've got the Dreamweaver standard copy. When you attempt to create a shortcut key, Dreamweaver will prompt you to create a copy of the shortcuts, as you can't overwrite the standard, the default keyboard shortcuts. I'm going to go to Insert and Layout Objects. And I'm going to select div tag there, and you can see I've got Control H, which is just a key that hasn't got anything else assigned to it currently by Dreamweaver. If you create this shortcut from scratch, you can do the same. Select the layout objects, div tag, then come down here and press Control and H, or whatever key you'd like to assign the value. It says there, as I've entered that again, it's already assigned to div tag. I'm going to select the cancel. You can select OK, created that shortcut. What that allows us to do in Dreamweaver is to just basically, we can either select the design or in the HTML code here, and we press Control H, and it's going to pop up the div tag dialog box. Eventually, I think I should have just opened one of these programs for now. I didn't want to bore you while you waited for Photoshop to open up when we finally got there. And you'll see this is the insert div tag. This is the sort of newer, more modern way to create websites as opposed to using tables. You can use a mixture of tables and div tags, but the overall structure should be created using div tags. I'm not going to go into too much detail about this. I may do some tutorials in the future. We're going to make sure at insertion point is selected. You can see there's a couple more options in there, and we're going to go into the ID tag. I'm going to call this, or give this the ID of page. I'm going to also click the new CSS rule, and you can see Dreamweaver's populated this, the name of our CSS rule. It's given it a name of page, and you'll see by the hashtag we've got here that denotes an ID tag in CSS. We're going to come down to the bottom here and notice that we've got this document only. This option allows you to add your styles into your head tag in the document. That's not something I like to do. I like to create a new style sheet, and I'm going to go to the top here and select OK. And Dreamweaver does the legwork for us by doing this type of thing and creating the styles for us. You'll notice that we're here in the Greylog01, which is the folder I created for this site. Just going to click the site root button to make sure that we're at the root of the site, and I'm going to create a folder called styles and enter. I'm going to double click on the folder there, and I'm going to call this GL basic for Greylog basic. And we can see there we've got save as type, style sheet, CSS. We'll click OK to make this document relevant. This is because we haven't saved the template yet. We'll do that momentarily. And now I'm just going to, this is the, as you can see, CSS rule definition dialog box, and it's allowing us to create our definitions for our page ID. I'm just going to OK this for now because I'm going to enter our styles manually. And I'm going to click OK now to close the div tag down, dialog box down. And you can see what Dreamweaver's done for us is insert a div tag in between the body tag, the beginning body tag and the end body tag where I left the insertion point. And it's also entered a small amount of text content for us. This basically just let you know that you've entered or created a new div tag, so it allows you to see it more easily. I'm going to delete the content from this, and you'll notice when I click on the page, the design page here, that the content has there. We place our cursor back in between the opening div tag and the div tag, and then going to press Ctrl H again to open the div tag dialog box. I'm going to create another div tag, and I'm going to call this one wrapper. I'm going to press tab to the new CSS rule button, and I'm going to leave the name that Dreamweaver has created for me there and press return, and I'm going to close this one as well by pressing return again. I'm going to press tab to go to OK and press return again, and I'm going to backspace to clear out the contents there. You'll notice that the content doesn't immediately clear the design view. That's not a worry. If you want to see immediate effect, as I said before, you can just click in the design area and you'll notice that the content disappears. To again, in between div opening tag on the wrapper ID that I created, and press Ctrl H again. I'm going to tab to the ID drop down box and going to create a ID header. I'm going to press tab again, OK. I'm going to go through this quite quickly now. I don't want to bore you with repeating the same steps. I'm just going to forego the talking for this section, and just if you insert a few more div tags. You'll notice here what you do when creating it, just run through this with hashtag. This is just how I like to lay a sort of basic structure out. I've got a puzzle which is all the elements have created my website. I've broken down further. I've created header tag, and tag is going to be a because we're going to keep it very simple. I'm not going to put anything else in there. You may want to put inside possibly come down here and Control H to insert another div tag. You could perhaps slogan div tag or a menu div tag if you wanted to do that. I'm going to just Control Z to undo that there. Come down to the end of the header tag here. It's also a good practice to insert a comment here to define the end of your div tags. So if you just type in end page div, and then we want to close that comment, just going to and paste it here. I'm just going to change the end page. I'm going to call that whopper and paste again and change page to header. Okay, I'm going to this file, and this is a prompt to say that the template does not contain any editable regions. Are you sure you want to continue? I'm going to select the don't warn me again and click OK. If you don't know what editable regions are, we'll get to that quite soon, and I can demonstrate that accordingly. I'm going to call this one GL Basic as well. This is to give your template a name so you can recognize it when you come to select and create a new page from it. And press save, and with that I'm going to end this tutorial here, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.